Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
How bad are the roads out there? This is what happened to a semi-driver along Highway 2 between Devil's Lake and Grand Forks this afternoon. The truck and trailer luckily stayed upright but came to rest in the median that had plenty of water. There is a no travel advisory in a large part of that area, northeastern North Dakota. It's on the red and white on our map. That includes towns like Grafton, Grand Forks, Drayton, Pembina, and Cooperstown. There are reports of scattered ice and slush to the west of there. That includes Devil's Lake. We want to go to Minot now for a live shot from our Skycam there. Currently, snow showers in that area. The temps are right around the freezing mark, but luckily, winds are light. Now here in Fargo, with our temps around the freezing mark, the roads continue to remain very wet. In some cases, there's slush out there, and we're starting to see the rain slowly turn into flakes. In Grand Forks, UND has announced that it's going to close tomorrow. There have been several school districts doing the same in the Northern Valley. We're crawling all of the weather announcements at the bottom of our screen. We also have them posted on our website at valleynewslive.com. There's certainly a lot going on out there depending on where you live in the valley. So let's go to Hutch Johnson now for an early update on the weather conditions right now. Hutch?
Thanks so much, Mike. Already some reports in our viewing area, western parts of Grand Forks County, 7 inches of snow on the ground in McKenna. Now, we're expecting snowfall potential in our viewing area between 1 inch in parts of central Minnesota and 3 feet, or very close to it, in the Devil's Lake Basin. Drifts could be 3 to 10 feet with blizzard conditions in the Devil's Lake Basin. Some will get up to what they would expect in a half of the amount of what they'd expect in a year. And there will be road closures in all likelihood, impossible travel. Power outage is a possibility, and the impacts could last for several days. Here's a look at a few cameras from around the area, DOT style. Hallstatt, big flakes there, just north of Moorhead, and in the Grand Forks area, things are a little slippery and slidey. St. Vincent and Leeds, similar conditions. There's a lull in parts of eastern North Dakota, but more ramping up of snow moving in from South Dakota. So we're just getting started with round 2. We have a blizzard warning for the Devil's Lake Basin. That's been crawling across the bottom of your television screen throughout the day. Winter storm warning here in the Red River Valley. To the east, a little less certainty about everything changing over to heavy snow there, but there is a watch in place for places like western Otter Tail and Becker counties. It's cold, and it's only getting colder. 33 here, Mike, which means we're really close to that transition temperature. And when we look at our Skycam, we can see what's going through the lights there. It looks like there could be a few flakes mixed in with that snow right now.
All right, thanks. Keep us posted. Back to those travel conditions now. We sent a crew to Devil's Lake earlier today to be there as this storm develops. Valley News Team's Courtney Lockey and our photographer made it there safely. Courtney joins us live now from Devil's Lake. And Courtney, what are conditions like right now?
Hi, Mike. Yeah, we just got to Devil's Lake finally. We pulled into town just a little bit after 7. Now we're here at the local gas station, and as you might imagine, things are pretty quiet. People are hunkering down for this storm. On our way here, this is probably the craziest thing. We saw a semi slide off of the road, go into a ditch, and go underwater. It's conditions like these that have officials saying stay off the road. And even though there's a no travel advisory that is going up right now, Christian Holland is telling us that's not stopping him. He is about to get on the road here in just a couple hours. Christian, what's going on? Where are you going?
Well, I got to go to Camp Ripley, Minnesota for drill for the Minnesota Army National Guard. And as far as I'm aware, my team leader says we still got to show up until the commander says no. Yeah, the weather's too bad, but that hasn't happened yet, so it looks like I'm going.
All right, and with the snow coming down, that is looking like it might be a risk, but hopefully you get there safely and everything goes good. We are going to be here, like Mike said, in town for the weekend, and we just booked the last 2 rooms at the hotel and the Holiday Inn here. If that tells you anything, people are buckling down for this storm, but the real question is, how long are they going to have to stay here? Reporting live in Devil's Lake, Courtney Lockey, Valley News Live.
All right, stay safe. Thanks, Courtney. You'll want to make sure that you're staying up to date as the storm rolls through. Be sure you download the Valley News Live news app. You'll get breaking news alerts, school closings, the latest weather and headlines, all for free. Just search VNL News in the App Store or Google Play Marketplace and download it now. After days of emotional buildup, conflict over costs, and social media battles, President Donald Trump spoke at a rally tonight in Minneapolis. It's the president's attempt to win the state in 2020. The president told the crowd at Target Center there's no other man who could have taken the amount of media scrutiny that he has received. This was his first political rally since the House opened its impeachment inquiry.
Valley News Live 10 at 10 continues with No Wait Weather.
All right, we have a lot of information to go over. First and foremost, it's been snowing throughout the day for a good portion of our western counties, and that transition is starting to move through the Cass County area as we speak. Now, a report from Eric Whitehill, who is now traveling back from western parts of Cass County, where we had a semi tipped over in the ditch. We had cars in the ditch. It's very slippery out there just west of the FM area. He says that basically the rain-snow change is happening in the Castleton area. By the time you get out towards Air, it's all snow and very slick. Now, that transition continues tonight. Some areas already reporting 7 inches of snow. We could have some spots with 12. Widespread snow tomorrow with heavy wind picking up throughout the day, creating blizzard conditions in the Devil's Lake Basin and beyond, possibly. As we go through the day, we're expecting lofty snowfall totals and downright dangerous conditions. Continuing into Saturday, as the snow eventually wraps up a little bit as we go through the day. Here's the warning for the blizzard now. This is in the Devil's Lake Basin. That's until Saturday later in the day. Now we have a winter storm warning throughout the remainder of the Red River Valley counties into western Minnesota. And then out to the east here, where we're not sure exactly the quantity of snow we're expecting here. However, we have a watch in place because you could see some elevated snow totals in a few of those counties that would meet watch or warning criteria. So holding on to 33, 1 degree above freezing. And when you look into the lights here in the FM area, it looks like that snow is transitioning as we speak. There's a big lull taking place right now. This was round 1 that made its way through, dumping over an inch of rain in many locations. Al reporting over an inch in the Horace area. Thanks, Al. As we take a look, here is the next wave starting to push its way rapidly north. That's enhancing the snow in and around the Bismarck area, and that enhancement of snowfall is going to move into our area as we go through the overnight hours. Here is a look at some photos sent in today, and this was a little bit earlier. 3 inches fell very quickly. Gene capturing this. That was in Hatton. All right, here's a look at the forecast. That snow, heavy snow at times by daybreak in the northern Red River Valley. And the wind begins to pick up first thing in the morning, where you see the red arrows here. We could have gusts upwards of 50 miles per hour. And as we go through the afternoon, that continues. Notice that snow wraps all the way back down around where the wind speeds are a little lower down here in the Southern Valley. The oranges would indicate gusts of up to and around 40 miles per hour. Later in the day, those winds will push into the Southern Valley. The snow continues, and later in the day on Saturday, we expect things to start wrapping up a little bit as this system starts to weaken and dry out. So we have the heaviest snow and wind between Friday morning up north and Saturday morning as we go through the day. That's when we'll have the most dangerous conditions for anyone to be out, and we'll show you snow totals. But right now, liquid moisture, in addition to what we have on the ground now, 1 to 2 more inches here in the Red River Valley, where you see the green colors. 2 to 3 inches in portions of the Devil's Lake Basin. So a lot of moisture left in the atmosphere from this system. Snowfall totals have shifted a little bit because on top of what we have now, we're expecting 5 to 9. Notice a little donut hole here near Fargo. We could have an enhanced amount in western Becker and Otter Tail counties where you see purples. That's 8 inches to a foot. That does include the Grand Forks area. And then the real heavy shovel trouble and dangerous, life-threatening situation, 1 to 2 feet plus where you see the pinks. And up near the international border, we could have some nearly 3-foot totals. 7-day planner looks like this. Friday into Saturday is when things will be at their worst, and late on Saturday things start to wind down, but that does not mean travel will be easy anywhere as we have time to clean up from the storm. Sunday will be a little breezy. We could see some scattered flurries or light snow showers as we go through the day, and then finally a little bit more sunshine as we begin and head through next week, Mike, as it looks a little bit better. But all in all, it's a dangerous storm system, and quite frankly, it's not often in October we see snowfall potential of around 30 inches of snow. It's a little bit over half of what you'd expect in this region for the entire winter season.
I was mowing my lawn last weekend.
Right.
A lost memory.
I know.
Make sure you have the Valley News Live Storm Team weather app so you can keep up with the weather anytime, anywhere. You get the latest forecast and conditions so you can plan your day. Just search VNL Weather in the App Store and download it for free.